Just Outdoors is brought to you in part by
Jervelin Hardware Inc., Deer River. Jervelin Hardware offers a broad selection of paints and sporting goods and a complete line of plumbing and electrical supplies. Jervelin Hardware, 108 Main Avenue, Deer River.
Hi, my name is Tom Chapin and welcome to Just Outdoors. This is a program to bring you the bare facts about the woods, wildlife, Itasca County, and fish, of course. That's what we're talking about today. We have a special show and we're on site at the south end of Lake Winnie at Denny's Resort. We're going to be looking at a fishing tournament that's going on right now, actually for the next 2 days. And this fishing tournament is the Minnesota Walleye Trail.
Minnesota Tournament Trail.
Tournament Trail, okay. And we'll be talking about that later. We're going to be talking to the man that actually heads it up. But this is one of the many fishing contests they have throughout Minnesota in the summer. And as part of a lot of these tournaments, Pike for Vets is involved. Now, a lot of you are familiar with Pike for Vets, but I thought I knew about Pike for Vets, but I didn't know as much as I wanted to know. And so you're going to learn a little bit more. And you're going to learn also how to maybe donate a little bit of your time. These guys need your help. This is a great organization. It is only run by 4 or 5 people out of Grand Rapids, and these 2 guys I got with me are really a big part of the whole thing. Joe Maurer, hi Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And Roy LaDoux, welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
And they're going to tell us about Pike for Vets. What we're doing here at the tournament, a lot of the fish that they get for Pike for Vets that is donated to the Vets Hospital in Minneapolis, Snelling, Fort Snelling, and other areas too. Silver Bay, I think, is another one,
well,
right?
we gather walleye fillets from these tournaments and process them and take them down to the VA hospital at Fort Snelling. We'll talk about what we do for the Silver Bay later on.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Well, anyway, we're here and we got the 2 main people that have been running this organization for a long time. So I think what we should do is probably start a little bit with the history of Pike for Vets. It's really interesting how long this thing has been going on and how much it has done for the veterans in this state. So Roy, when did this start?
Actually, it started in 1949. 50, they had their first dinner, and it's been going on ever since. But all the old timers that originally started are all deceased now. But so Joe and I are the new ones that took over quite a few years ago, and Joe was a real blessing. He called me one day when he moved up here and asked what the Pike for Vets was, and I told him. He said, "I want to get involved." I said, "Good." So he got a hold of me, and we've been doing it ever since, and we clean a lot of fish every year.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know this is just out of Grand Rapids. It's no place else in Minnesota. Pike for Vets is a Grand Rapids thing.
Yep.
And so, you know, if anybody wants to get, we're going to keep pushing this during this whole time.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to get involved in this organization and really feel good about themselves and what they can do for the vets, this is it right here in Grand Rapids. So it's just a matter of getting a hold of one of these guys here or both of them. Boy, they'll put you on a list and they'll get you to do something. And it's pretty interesting because you get to see a lot of fish if you're interested in that, and you get to move around and
you meet some
different
very nice
tournaments.
people in these
Great
tournaments.
people, and we're going to be meeting some of those later. We're going to actually be interviewing some of the fishermen here coming in. We'll show some of the fish that are coming in and what this is all about. And eventually, a lot of these fish you're going to be seeing are going to wind up at the Vets Hospital. So tell a little more about the history, Joe.
Okay, just to let everybody know, if you go to the library, we actually have a Pikes for Vets. Ken Hickman did this for the 50th anniversary, and it lists all the things we've done. But I think what's really interesting, This all started with the Chamber of Commerce and the Kiwanis and the Eagles. They all got together and challenged each other back in 1949 to get 10,000 fillets stored up for the vets at Fort Snelling VA Hospital before they put one in their freezer. Now that is a pretty monumental thing back in those days. They were fresh off the war. They know what these people needed. So they did this for many years. Some years they filled out their load in 5 days. Another one was 10 days. So they really worked hard at it. Move forward to now, what's happening now, it's changed dramatically. When I come into this, 2005, I think I came in, we were at a crossroads where we either had to abolish Pike Servettes because we were not getting a lot of donations, or step up our donation process, whether it be dollars and or walleyes. And then one of the things we got to thinking about, what happens if we go to tournaments? So we got on the DNR website. They were very helpful there. They list all the tournaments and where they're going to happen. And we started calling around. Mike Holt is one of the individuals we called. He says, yeah, come on out. If the guys want to donate, they can. We now go to probably 10 different tournaments over the year, I believe, Roy. Something like 10 tournaments. We go there, and we're expected to be at some of the tournaments, period. We are expected to take all our fish because it's just easier for them. Now, this tournament here, a lot of people will donate, and some people will keep their fish. It's all up to them.
So it's a voluntary thing for the fishermen. They can come in and either donate or they can, well, when they see your sign, and they're kind of used to seeing you guys at these tournaments, right? And so this is a big thing. Okay, what percentage of fish do you get from tournaments like this to fulfill the requests for the VA hospital?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 60% maybe.
I would say at least 60% come from the, or higher from the tournaments. In fact, it's probably closer to 90% actually. 90%. And then if you look out, we have like the Pepsi group in Grand Rapids. They hold a fishing contest every year on Leech Lake, and this year we got 72 walleyes from them, and money. We got donations of dollars. So we not only need fish, we also need money to support our transportations and everything we do to get this done. Now, and then, excuse me, I lost my train of thought.
What's the goal for fish? Number of pounds.
The goal is actually it's about 2 goals, if you would. It takes about 120 pounds of walleye fillets to feed the first dinner at Fort Snelling, which is generally in mid-August. Let's call it mid-August.
So you have more than one dinner?
Yeah, we'll have more than one dinner. The goal is now, within the last 2 years, they went and said we have enough walleyes saved up that we can have a dinner on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. That to me was special. Anybody that's in the VA hospital on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve is going to get another walleye dinner. Now last year we delivered about 400 pounds of walleye fillets. So if you look at that, we got 120 here, 120 there. What do they do with the other walleyes is the question. Well, there's people that have unique diets that can't have like red meat and all that. Every once in a while, they'll just pull out a package of walleyes and give them a walleye dinner. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely special. So,
how many dinners have you been to, Roy?
I think every one since I started, and that was I started a year before the 50th year, so every year.
That long.
Every year I've been down there.
What kind of excitement do you see at these things when they have these walleye dinners? I mean, do they really appreciate it?
They do. They took us around the rooms quite a few times when they go down there. I've been there so many times now that I kind of bow out of that. But they showed us all the stuff that they have for the veterans, especially the Vietnam vets.
Yes.
There's a lot of serious problems with them, and they built special wings now just for them and taking care of them. It was really great to see.
Yeah, they're getting older now. They're in their 60s and 70s, and so you're going to start seeing problems there. Well, that's really great. Do they understand that it's coming from Grand Rapids, Minnesota?
You know, that part I don't really know if they do, but I suppose some of them do, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you advertise it down there a little bit. That I mean, the people that are in charge know what's coming.
The people in charge. What we'll do is we'll have a dinner. We'll sit down with the director, the main director, and then like the director for the nurses, the doctors, facility services, dietitians, and the support groups. And then after that, a lot of times they'll walk us around and show us, you know, what's new, what have we done, what have we changed, and all that.
Okay, now you also get fish You purchase fish, and you also get donations from organizations in Grand Rapids also, don't you?
We purchase fish for the Silver Bay Hospital.
Oh,
That is a state-run facility. They require it to be purchased, which is fine with us.
So different.
So we're always looking for money to do that because walleye fillets are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And what we'll do then is in generally mid-June, we will have a dinner. Roy and I and whoever's available will go down to the Silver Bay Hospital. We'll have a very nice dinner with them. We'll walk around, talk to the guys. They really appreciate the fact that they have a dinner, they know it, and they're so close. And if you've never been there, it is a unique facility to visit, and that they've done a wonderful job. They make it look like a cabin. We've donated walleyes mounts, bass mounts, deer mounts. We've donated a lot of stuff to that place. And then at the same time, we generally, once or twice a year, we'll give them a check for $200. That money goes to take vets out to a dinner hall, a dinner place.
Sure.
So it's just above and beyond what we do for them.
So donations come in from where? I mean,
Private people sometimes and organizations like Eagles donates to us and BFW and Moose and.
well, I know I'm a member of the Kiwanis Club, and I believe that didn't the whole thing start with the Kiwanis Club back in '47? That's what I heard.
Was one of the starters. They have a whole list of organizations. It was Eagles, Auxiliary, Rotary Lions, American Legion, Disabled American Veterans, Professionals Organizations, Chamber of Commerce. It's just a ton of people were all involved. They were all involved in the beginning. I thought it was great.
And the thing is, you don't get fish anymore from the fishermen out there because of the slot limits, basically, isn't it?
Well, it probably is a combination of that and just not knowing about us. We do have 2 drop stations. We have a drop station at River Rat in Cohasset, and now Ben's in Grand Rapids is a drop station. So if anybody wants to drop fish off there, they gladly take them. Give us a call. We'll take care of them.
Excellent. So the good information here, because I didn't know that. There's 2 drop stations. You don't get a lot there, but maybe if we play it up here a little bit, maybe a lot of these folks,
we'll get more.
of course, they're not bringing as many fish back as they used to because of the slot limits and trying to protect the resource here, especially on Lake Winnie. But yet, they certainly can take their fish, drop them off at Ben's
or
River Rat, and on their way through or whenever they want, and they're going to go to a really good cause here.
That's right. That's correct.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking to the person that runs this organization here that's putting this tournament on, and all these trail tournaments around the state here in a minute. Anything else you want to say to cover Pike for Vets?
The question is, why do you do this? Why do I do this? Well, I'm a Navy veteran. I put 8 years in the submarine service. I was very fortunate. I got an excellent education. I got an opportunity to work in an industry that's like no other. Now it's my turn to give back. That's the way I feel. It's my turn to give back. Give it to people that really need help, and that's why I look at it.
Beautiful. How about you?
I was never in the service, but I got involved in this organization, and I like doing what I do, but we could use some help.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's why. Well, let's just put it as an advertisement. This whole program is an advertisement. Let's make it that. Let's tell people this is an advertisement for Pike for Vets. Right. We need some help, and if somebody wanted to help, let's go through just a couple things right at the end here. What would their duties be?
Cleaning fish, or going to pick up fish for us, or
Cleaning fish, or
either one. I spent a lot of time talking to various people in town, handing out letters and all that. If we had another person do that, it would be that much better.
Sure. Well, come on, yeah, you bet.
Something else we started we're on our 3rd summer. This will be our 3rd year. The Thursday after Labor Day, up at Bowstring Resort, at the Geiger's Trail End Resort, they literally turn that resort over to veterans. Now, a lot of people don't know about this. It's called Simply Outdoor Experience. And you sign up, you get in there. If you get selected, you go to the resort. They give you a cabin. They'll take you out fishing. We'll clean the fish. Well, on Friday night,
Friday night for them.
Friday night.
So they have a nice fish fry. Everything is free. Don't cost them a dime.
And how many can they take?
47 this year. We'll be 47. We'll be 47 this year.
47 individuals.
Individuals. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and they turn it over to them. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing that they're doing.
He's a great guy up there.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing to do, and we really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well,
Ortiz Meats from Deer River donates a pig every year, and he has a barbecued pig on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. Saturday, I think.
Saturday night.
And then he does breakfast every morning for them, so it's
And this
wonderful.
is a Pike for Vets.
We get involved with
You
the
get
fish
involved
fry,
with the
but
fish.
Yeah.
we're there from Wednesday afternoon until Sunday.
Oh.
We're assisting whatever the resort needs us to do.
Yeah.
I can't believe you two guys are doing all this. I mean,
Needs to be done.
this is this is a huge part of your time,
It is.
isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
it is.
It's worthwhile.
So the more people we get volunteering to help you,
The better off.
the better off and the less pressure
Right.
and continued time that you have to get involved with on you guys. And boy, to take that off would be something because, you know, Roy, you've been working so long for this
know.
outfit that it's just old hand, isn't it?
Yeah,
old
it
hand.
is.
And it's to the point now where we're now a 501c3. We bit the bullet. We
Okay,
now
you
have
went through the paperwork.
Went through all the paperwork. We're approved by the state and by the
Yeah.
IRS. So that's a huge thing for us. Now we can go out and seek donations from larger organizations, corporations.
Yeah.
At the same time, we need to step back and say, where are we going to go with this? You know, how long is this going to last? How long are tournaments going to last and all this? My goal is to have 3 years worth of money reserved such that when we no longer get walleyes, we can purchase them and continue on and keep continuing that.
Very good, very good. That's a good way to look at it. The future. You always got any organization got to look
you
at the
need to
future
look
like
to the
that.
future.
So.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on here
Thank
and
you
telling us
for
about this.
inviting us.
And then we'll start showing some of the fish coming in here, and we'll talk to the guy that represents this whole organization. And then right at the end, we'll see how you guys clean fish. Huh?
We'll put a
I heard
class
some
on.
rumors that
We'll
you're
put a
pretty
class
fast.
on.
So yeah. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Very nice. Okay, right here we're just at the start of the people coming in at the first leg of the tournament. They come in at 3 o'clock and at 3:30. This is the 3 o'clock where some of the fishermen are coming in. I think there's like 40. Is there 47 contestants in this contest? 47, like 45 to 47 boats, something like this. We'll count them up later, see how many there are. But anyway, this is where they actually measure the fish. The contestants come in with the fish, and they measure them right here, and then they take them inside, and he's weighing them inside the trailer over there. And so it's here's a fish here. Now you're going to be able to see some of the walleyes out of Winnie here. And this is a kill tournament, meaning that all these fish that are coming in have to be killed and either go to the person that caught the fish or donated to Pike for Vets. So some of these fish you're seeing are going to be donated. We don't know which ones right now, but we'll take a look later and see how many fish we get at the end when we actually clean them. Okay, we want to identify you first.
I'm Diane Warmbold. I fish the circuit and I'm part of the staff.
Part of the staff,
Yes.
you fish the circuit.
Yes.
Okay, there's some confusion here
Okay.
on some of these contests. A lot of people have never been involved in this.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of situations here where they're different, right? Different
Yes.
contests are
Different
different.
contests,
Okay,
correct.
name the contest that you're running right here.
This is the Minnesota Tournament Trail, or known as MTT.
Beautiful, on Lake Winnie. And you're
On
going to
Lake
come back to
Winnibigoshish.
Lake Winnie again this year?
Tomorrow we will have another tournament. Saturday's one tournament, Sunday's another tournament in itself.
Okay, when these folks come in with their fish, tell us what they're striving for.
What you're striving for is the biggest basket weight. You can have 6 fish total, and it's the total basket weight. They must be between 14 to just under 18 inches or 23 on up. You can have 2 over 23, but a total of 6 in your basket.
Okay, 6 in the basket, but although there's two people per boat,
Two per boat,
you're limiting
correct.
6
6
per
that you
basket.
can weigh, correct.
Beautiful. So I see some big fish coming in.
Yes, there's many
So,
big fish today.
I don't know if that's normal or what on some of these contests, but they look big to me. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
looking at fish for
Yes.
years. But
Yes.
okay, so that's what you're doing now, and you got another leg coming in at 3:30.
Correct. So we have 2 flights. They go out from 7 to 3.
Okay.
And then the second flight is 7:30 to 3:30.
3:30. So
Correct.
another 20 minutes or so, there'll be another
Correct.
leg coming in.
Correct.
It's about
Yep.
half of them.
It's about half. We do about half.
And how
Yep.
many do you have on this tournament here?
This tournament we have 41 boats fishing today.
41 boats. Okay.
Correct.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
the information.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Okay, this is the Minnesota Tournament Trail board that they have, and they're adding to this all the time as the fishermen are coming in, and they got the prize money on one end, and now she is putting on another weight here for looks like the Fitzpatrick and Rochelo crew, And there I see 9.87. This is the basket weight. 16.95 is, it looks like the leading crew so far. It looks like Zupper and Christensen. But anyway, this is the board that they use, and we'll be looking at that board at the end and actually see who wins the tournament today. He's measuring his fish just to make sure that they're in the legal limit. The fish have to be between 14 and 18. And anything over 18 has to be thrown back, except you can have one over 23. So they're limiting the number of fish in the boat to 6 fish. The second wave coming in of this tournament, they're coming off of Lake Winnie. You're looking north on Lake Winnie from the south end, from Denny's Resort, right on the shoreline. And this is some of the tournament boats coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 7 of them here, 6 of them. Start with, and there'll be more. I see some skidding across the surface coming in this way. They've got about 10 minutes yet in the tournament until 3:30, so we should probably get probably a little over 20 boats coming in through the channel here. And of course, we're going to go back and take a look at some of the fish they got here, and eventually we'll find out who wins this contest. Here's a couple of gentlemen coming off the boat with some fish. Basket here. Gentleman going back out. He let his partner off. Now he's going back out, probably load the boat. Here's the fish right here. See what we got. How long have you been out there, sir?
All day.
All day, okay. Was fishing generally slow, or did you catch a lot within the slot?
Oh, it was pretty slow all day for us.
Looking good? Okay, these are some of the bigger fish that are caught today at the contest. And we don't know if this is going to be the biggest, right? We just
Right now, it is the biggest.
right now it is the biggest.
Probably 15 boats.
Perfect. And your name, sir?
Aaron Jackson.
Jackson.
Yep.
Okay, you local here?
Yeah.
Very good.
From the area. Yep.
Good job. Okay.
Thank you.
And sir?
Michael Staples.
Mike Staples.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Here's some more fish here. There's some dandies there. Look at, he's trying to get a hold of it. He's just measuring them. Make sure they're within the legal slot. 14 to 18. 14 to 18. Yeah. Okay. And then again, these fish will be taken in and the whole basket will be weighed. All right, and then it goes into the trailer and he weighs them, and then it's recorded. Okay. 6.50 total weight for the fish that they caught, 6.50. All excuses are good. None will be accepted. Whoa, look at that. Oh. Here's a good one, Leo. And we got another pretty good sized fish there too. Well, we'll get the total weight on, was there 2 fish in there? Yep. Okay. 2 fish? 6.43 just on 2 fish. That's pretty nice. Okay, and they're going to come back and recorded. 7 point, there's a
643, Mike, was big fish.
That's a little one, isn't it? That's the old one. Take them both if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just showing these fish. This is it's a pretty nice fish. I don't know if this is going to beat the biggest one because they get a prize for the biggest one. There's a dandy. We'll take a look. There's a couple of them. All right. Nice fish. You want to just turn around? We're on TV here, so I'll just give you a shot. What's your name?
Rich Eisman.
Rich Eisman.
Yep.
From?
Pelican Rapids.
Pelican Rapids. Very good. A couple nice fish
Yeah, they're all big.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here's another one coming in, a couple smaller fish. Just making sure they're within slot limit.
4.48.
4.48 on that one. On this one. Boats coming in. Can you swing over there?
What?
Action, yeah. It's just so beautiful on the water there. It's just so beautiful on the water here on this lagoon here at Denny's Resort. Okay, we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here. We got all of them finally on the board here, and we're talking to whom?
Gail Holt.
Gail Holtz. Okay, Gail, you're part of this whole thing.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yep.
And just point out who the winners are here, would you, on this?
Boat 32, it's a father-son team. They took big fish.
Father-son team, great.
Yes.
Okay.
And then boat 15, with total weight of 16.95.
Okay, so we got 16.95 for the total amount of fish. That was probably 6 fish, right? It's hard to say, but it could
Yep.
be up to 6 fish.
Yes.
And then the biggest fish caught today was 6.43.
Correct.
So, thank you, Gail.
You're
Appreciate
very
it.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chief's going in here.
Yeah.
Chief, good there. There.
Okay, we're at the cleaning station at the Pegama Dam, cleaning the fish. 18 walleyes, is that what you picked up?
Yeah.
All right. By Pike for Vets, and this is the last process before transporting them to the vet's home. And we got a crew working today here, 4 of them. And
That's usually about the norm.
usually about the norm, and there's some pretty big fish that they're cleaning here. A couple of big ones, this one here for sure. Is there a process you're doing here, boys and girls?
Well, Roy takes them off the bones. I'll take the ribs out, the skin off, and Jan will assess the size of it and then cut it up accordingly.
Okay.
And if you notice, you watch how she does it, these big fish, they tend to get a little strong. Now we figured out a way to help them along.
Okay, Jan, you are, explain what you're doing here.
So if with the bigger fillets, if you take and slice along this main bone here,
Yes.
you can just pull that right
Yes.
apart.
Okay.
And so every bone should be out of that fish. And then we make sure we kind of feel along in here, make sure there's no hard pieces. And no
The rib bones, of course, have been taken out of that already.
Yep, that's what Joe does.
You do this on every fillet? Pretty much
Just the
what
big
you're
ones.
doing? Just the bigger ones,
See
okay.
right here?
Yes.
We don't want that to go to
No.
the vets.
No.
So we make sure that comes out.
So you're kind of the final checker here
Yes.
on this, okay, process. And of course, the sharp knife helps.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to watch you do another one here. 'Cause, I like the way you tore that apart there. Got the cheeks on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, take them out.
That one there is big enough. It's small enough. You can
Okay, here we go. Now you're tearing that apart. That's good meat there. And that's the bones. And there's some other waste in
All the bones.
And there's some meat in there that probably has a little bit of off taste to it, too.
Right.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Alright,
just
so now
want
you're just
some nice fillets for the
Yeah, beautiful. So is this one that you would do the same thing to, or is it too small?
Well,
That one's pretty small.
Too small. You're just going to...
Take the fin bones out.
and sometimes with a real bigger fish, there's almost little knots down in here, and you don't. That's when you separate that out. And
So, let's see.
In here.
we use a little bit more meat doing it this way, but
Okay. Now there's a bigger fish he's doing over there, Leo. He's taking the cheeks out first, right?
Yep.
Beautiful.
We don't waste much.
No. Okay. Roy, do you like the electric knife?
I do.
Did it take you a while to get used to it?
Yeah, it takes a little while. You're gonna do fish now and then, but.
Because I'm sure back when you started, they didn't have electric knives, right?
No, I used a hand knife, but I didn't like that.
Yeah, okay.
Mike, you always said Mike Shack was so fast,
Yeah.
clean fish. So I went over one day with my electric knife after I got used to it, and I could do 2 hits one.
Okay, well, that's what I hear with people, once they perfect it, they like it, so. And Jim, that's what you're doing here too, you're using electric knives too.
Yeah.
You like taking the rib bones out with it?
I do it a number of different ways, but.
Okay.
Yeah. I found a small blade is really makes a difference compared to
The small blade makes a difference on that, huh?
Yep, especially the big fish.
Okay.
Throw them a lot easier.
They got a game board today. We gotta patch them?
No, you got special dispensation from the
You got transportation.
DNR to transport more than one, we didn't mention that, but you do have a special permit to transport fish.
That is correct. We have, we each
over
carry a
limit.
transport license ourselves.
Yes.
And then when the director signs it, he's saying these fish are in good shape, and then that's it. Tom Provost has been very good to us. He treated us very well.
Very good.
He's done an excellent job. I'm trying to get him involved a little more too.
Yeah.
And we started getting a few fish from the fall from the test net come. But they're really touchy on that because of the basic species found. So a lot of what we do with the guts and how we handle them after we put them in.
Well, there may be a way to approach that though.
It's a start.
Something in the future. You bet.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
We got
There's the boss.
Yeah, here's the other quality person.
Well, it's good to see we have females representative here.
Oh yeah, they do the bagging and
The beginning of time, Tom.
Yes. And I think that's the story. Well, I can see that the quality of the fillets from the fish going to the vets are top of the line here.
Oh, yeah. You're not gonna find it this clean as the rest of
This
it.
is really are. This is wonderful.
We haven't had any complaints about finding bones, so it's a good thing.
Well, you got a lot of quality people here working.
Yeah.
They've done it before.
They get checked out.
Yeah. Interesting. It's not going to take you very long to go through 18 fish here, is it?
No.
Said we do 150 ton that one day.
Saturday, the 18th, we played over 140 fish. 3 different tournaments.
3 different turnouts. Yeah.
So 3 different tournaments, you have filleted over 100 fish?
Oh yeah, it was like 130.
130 fish. Well, that takes some time.
We were done at 8 o'clock at night.
Wow, 8 o'clock at night.
We had a 2-day tournament on Winnie. We had a tournament on Gull Lake and Raider, and we had a tournament in Blue.
So, this is one of the duties. If a person wanted to join and help you out, your organization here, that they could help you with.
Yep.
And it'd be a great help.
Yes.
It's just one of the things they could help.
What?
I would think that American Angler would donate, a couple of knives every year for us,
Oh,
but so far nothing.
well, what we're looking for is help. donations, and fish.
Yes.
So those three things, if the community could help you on that a little bit, on one of those areas, it would really be an assist.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And there's a lot of veterans in this county. Hey, you veterans out there, let's get on board. I know a lot of you weren't aware of this, but now you are. So call one of these guys and get your name in there and see how you can help.
Yeah, since Ken Hickman retired, you know, and was gone, we don't get nothing in the paper anymore, you know.
Well, we can work on that. Send a little more publicity.
It'd be nice if every show you had, you brought up, don't forget to donate to the veterans, you know.
That's
What are
not
we doing?
That's not out of the question.
That would really help.
You want to stop and grind?
Yeah,
You got to pretty much squeeze out of it.
yeah, you better step aside and let us try and
And what seems to be your job now?
Just packages.
Your packaging person.
Yeah, quality control.
Quality control and packaging.
If there's any issues on any of the fillets, they go back to the fillet knife.
Okay, so you go around this way when there's issues?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Jan's got a really sharp knife, so her blade is.
Okay. So what are you doing? How many do you put in each bag?
Well, normally the bag will hold 17 walleyes.
17 fillets?
Walleyes.
So we're not done, depending on the fish.
Well, it depends on, like, these
Yeah.
are big fish, so we won't get 17 in there. But they know how many they're cleaning, so I'm not counting today.
So you're probably gonna get at most 2 bags here.
We average about 8 pounds per bag.
Okay.
That's a good running number. Whatever size fillets.
8 pounds per bag.
Yeah.
And these fish will immediately go into 3 different compartments. Are they gonna be double bagged?
No?
Just like this?
Yeah, because they go down to the VA pretty quick.
Okay, and they have a place there then that keeps them frozen for until
Now it's 40.
Now this is the process of grinding the remains.
Mm-hmm.